I guess Coach led on, I guess, that you knew you clinched in the first intermission there, but how nice was it to, seal the weekend off with a win and kind of emphatically, get that second seed wrapped up to,
Yeah, it was really nice. That's kind of been our goal here once we kind of got in the playoffs, and kind of been a goal all season. Honestly, I think it kind of settled us down a little bit. We were able to kind of, play that second and third period, a little more calmly, I guess. And then even when they scored there late in the third, we weren't rattled or anything. We kind of just kept doing what we were doing. And it's huge. It's so important, especially that 3-game series. You never really know what you're going to get. Could run into a hot goaltender or whatever. So getting that done is huge for our group. And, we're kind of looking forward to getting going.
So I know last time I talked, we sort of mentioned the intensity ramping up and the margin for error, shrinking. Is a 1-0 game into the third period.
Yeah.
Do you sort of like playing in these kind of games? Just as a team that you're going to kind of have to get used to playing these kinds of games if you want to, make a run at this thing.
For sure. Like, it was playoff hockey out there. There's not a ton of time and space. I think like every team's breakouts are really good at this time of the year. You've done so many of them. There's not a whole lot in the blue lines. You got to put it behind their guys. So that's kind of what it felt like today. Tight game, and those are the games that we're going to be in, down the stretch here, and finding a way to win those and kind of, batting on the hatches there in the third is really important. It's going to be more important moving forward.
So I think you have 7 goals now in your last 8 games. Is it just a confidence thing right now, or no matter where you're getting the puck, you feel like you could put the puck in the net?
Yeah, confidence is huge. It's everything at this level. I've always believed that I can score at this level. Haven't really shown it too much consistently, until now, I feel like. And playing with great players. I love playing with Klaus. Big Mike there coming in, and you can tell already he's a really smart player that can facilitate the puck. And our power play has been a lot better, which has helped. But I definitely feel confident, with the puck on the stick, and I think I'm just, thinking less and shooting more.
Say, how nice is that, just from a team standpoint when, there's 6 or 8 different guys, it seems like anyone could put the puck in the net, especially come playoff time. I know everyone focuses on like the top line guys, but it's the bottom 6 guys that can really, push a team over the top.
For sure. Like, I don't even know who our top line guys are. Like, we've kind of been doing it by committee all year. Especially the first half. Any given night, anyone can score, and it's been the same throughout the whole year consistently. You look at our points; we don't have anyone, really close to a point per game, maybe other than Hazy. But it's because everyone, gets it done. It's been, whoever 12 forwards in the lineup, and all 60. It's been like a truly group effort, and that's the way we want it. Like, when we were playing our best, we're rolling 4 lines. Today we just kind of rolled them, and keeps you in the flow of the game. We got great guys that can, set the next line up. So having depth is so important, especially this time of year when it becomes even more important when the games get tough. And there's probably going to be more line matching and all that type of stuff. And for guys to be able to step up is huge.
Sort of already mentioned it, but clinching that second seed sort of gives you these last 3 games. I don't want to say to take off, but you could sort of get right and get your game in the right place. Does it make it a little bit easier? And obviously you don't want to get too complacent here, but you have it wrapped up here, kind of just calmly finishing out the regular season here.
Yeah, I think it definitely gets it. You want to get it done as quick as possible. Obviously, the longer you wait, I would say the more tense you get a little bit. To get it done now is important. I don't know if we're going to be taking our foot off the pedal by any means. I think it's like important to get our rest, and we can use days off or development days or stuff like that. Maybe we'll rotate guys in or whatever the case may be. That's more of a K-Mac question, but I think as a team, it's like we gotta get our game feeling good going into the playoffs. Like, we don't just want to go out this week and mess around and not care, turn pucks over. Like, that's not. You got to be playing your game the right way consistently leading into playoffs, and kind of get your game all the kinks up before it really matters.